So I recently did a top 5 Casios video and pretty much had everything where I wanted it with my Casio collection, well, at least for the time being. Wrist check, I'm wearing my A168W, and this is one of my favorite watches, and it's just a classic. It's always been in my top 5 or 10 Casios at any given time. But as great as this watch is, there's definitely room for upgrades or improvements with this vintage series. So what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, don't you worry, we're definitely going to find out. And it's got a lot to do with our A168W, you might say, because just last year in 2024, Casio brought some significant updates to this classic design, and I can't wait to see if they are worth changing my mind on where this watch stands in my collection. Do I need to revamp my collection now? Let's get this thing open and see. Well, Casio, just when I thought I had it all figured out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Full disclosure, I did buy this watch directly from Casio, so this is a little bit different packaging that I'm used to seeing when I get my watches online or from other retailers. And there it is, our first impression. Straightforward, no nonsense. You recognize that colorway for sure. And wow, a couple things I noticed. You have the 4 buttons and you have the updated bracelet, sort of a Jubilee design up the center of that wonderful stainless steel bracelet. Very nice packaging, sort of a minimalist approach. No plastic wrap or plastic pedestal or retail presentation, if you will. I'm not sure if it's because I purchased direct from Casio. Keep in mind, I am not affiliated with Casio in any way. I did make this purchase at Casio.com. I paid full MSRP and shipping. And I'm just glad to get a hold of this watch. I've been waiting for this one for a while and can't wait to get this thing out of the package. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to tear up anything. Again, this is a very minimalist design on the packaging, not a lot of plastic or necessarily collectible packaging here. So I definitely respect the approach here, although I'm not going to ever throw away my packaging. I love keeping all my boxes and collectability of my watches. Nevertheless, this is how it was packaged and shipped to me from Casio. I'm unsure what kind of packaging you might see if you get it from a different vendor or supplier or retailer. Just something to keep in mind. And let's get the protective film off and get a closer look. And there it is, our first impression of that beautiful resin, quote, chrome plated shine, and just looks wonderful. And if you told me that watch case was high polished stainless steel, I would certainly believe it because it looks amazing. I don't know how they do it, but I'll take it. Awesome job. So this watch looks real familiar and really holds on to that vintage design. But how is it any different than the A168 and what makes it so modern, if you will? So let's look at some key updates over the A168. First and foremost, a big one is having Bluetooth on board. You can link it to your smartphone. Built-in accelerometer or step tracking. You have built-in recording and storage of up to 200 events when utilizing the stopwatch. The LCD has 3 sections of information or subdials to easily navigate through the different modes of the watch. Also, of course, 4 button functionality versus the 3 of the A168. Countdown timer, and of course, dual time. 300 world cities built in that you can choose to toggle your world time. 5 built-in daily alarms. So some pretty significant and very cool updates to this design. Oh, and did I mention the watch band? This thing looks incredible. Awesome looking Jubilee type weave to that center section of the bracelet. Outstanding. It's got a wonderful luster to it. Love the brushing. Very modern and very interesting looking. I think it adds a lot of character to this watch and just works. Just an awesome first impression, if you ask me. Oops, I almost forgot. This is an unboxing. Let me get the rest of this box unpacked and let's see what else is inside. And as I suspected, there is no plastic cradle or stand in there, but we do have some paperwork and unfortunately not a booklet, just a bunch of fold up paperwork. We've got plenty of warnings and disclaimers and safety data. We're seeing that more and more with the lithium batteries. Pretty typical stuff. You can also access a lot of this at Casio's website or from within the Casio app, which is pretty cool if you choose not to access the actual paperwork, which is a little cumbersome when it's all folded up within this pamphlet style, but still very user-friendly, well-written, and easy to read. And of course, we do have our Casio warranty, which is your standard 1-year warranty to guarantee against defects. Never had to use a Casio warranty, but it's nice to know that you do get one from the manufacturer. And that is everything that's in our box. Unboxing complete. Now let's get to this watch. All right, without further ado, let's get the desk cleaned up and let's get this watch dismounted from our cardboard packaging and get a closer look at this, dare I say, extremely interesting, amazing example of a vintage modern classic of a watch. There, I said it. So I guess we can flip this over and take a look at the case back. It is a stainless steel case back, which is secured by 4 Phillips head fasteners, which are easily removable and accessible. So if you do want to change the battery, which with Bluetooth capability and all of the features, including the step tracking system, easy and convenient battery access is very important. Of course, Casio does recommend you have a certified professional or technician access and change the battery for you. Just so you know, please be advised and plan accordingly. Without further ado, let's get this watch mounted to a pillow and do some closer inspection and review of some of the modes and features of this cool watch. Let me start this segment out by saying you do not need a smartphone. You do not need to use the Bluetooth feature on this watch at all to enjoy it. You can simply go into the mode button and set the watch up manually. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing paired up to my app that I already have installed on my phone. As you can see, I've got my GAB-2100 synced with it. My awesome G-Shock, I do need to update that one apparently according to the app. But let's go ahead and get our ABL-100 paired up. Hit the plus button to add it and register the watch information. Of course, you're going to need the module number, which is on the back of the watch or in the manual. The module number for this model is 3565. We'll get that keyed in, get the watch registered and paired with our smartphone. Now that we have our module entered in, we can select from the exact fit and finish of our model. This is the ABL-100WE, that beautiful chrome stainless finish. We'll key in some vitals here for our purchase and get this thing registered for support and for our warranty with Casio. Once that's done, we can now pair our watch. So we'll get it in pair mode, and it's going to ask us to do the location settings. I'm going to cancel through that. Hold down the C button, and as long as your app is open, it will look for your watch. It's asking me to update my location settings on my phone, which is kind of causing this pop-up. I'm ignoring that, and you can see it's automatically syncing and pairing with our watch currently. And this should take just a couple of seconds for it to synchronize and give us this successfully paired message. Once we hit the close button, it will take you to a user information screen where you can update all your vitals. I've gone ahead and spared you that detail. So we're at the main information screen where we can get to our instruction manual. We can set our alarms, program our timer, add our life log where we have our step tracking, and a lot of other features. Let's go ahead and get our alarm set real quick. And you got 5 alarms. You can toggle your signal on and off for our hourly signal. Let's go ahead and get our alarm number 1 set, and let's hit the day running. What do you think? 4:40 a.m. Yep, that sounds good to me. Go ahead and save it when we're ready to upload to the phone. And again, we can toggle all the other alarms on, the hourly signal. Let's go ahead and get that rolling, and everything on or off as you see fit. And then when we're ready, we're going to go ahead and send that to our watch, and it's already synchronized. That is amazing. And just an incredible way of keeping your watch in line with what your needs are. And it's the best of both worlds, man. I'll tell you, it's so amazing to have a Casio that I can run standalone, or I can go into my phone and literally dial in the details as much as I want to, pun intended. The world time is incredible for our dual time setting. You have a just gorgeous interactive map where you can actually pinpoint up to 300 cities on this map and find your favorite city that you want to toggle with your dual time feature of this watch. Let's go ahead and select London, because London is calling. Shout out to The Clash and Joe Strummer, RIP, the greatest. Let's look at time synchronization. That's incredible. You don't need atomic time, because if you sync this to your phone, and you can set this to automatically synchronize with your phone, I think it's up 4 times a day. Pro tip for me, I'm toggling that off so I'm not using up all my battery pinging that Bluetooth feature with the auto sync. I'll synchronize the watch whenever I feel like it to make sure it stays in time. Let's go ahead and check out your phone finder. This is another one that's probably a little gimmicky, but it's amazing. It's synchronized to your phone. You can go ahead, and if you misplace it somewhere inside the house, in the couch or whatever, of course it's got to be within Bluetooth range. I'll admit it, not something I'll be using, but it's there if you need it. Let's go back out to the main menu and look at a few more settings here that you can easily get to and navigate through this app. Of course, key sounds, turn that on and off. Your light from 1.5 seconds to 3. We'll go ahead and toggle that to 3 for now. And we'll send that info over to the watch, and it's happening in real time, which is amazing. And there's so much you can do. It's self-explanatory, but very cool. Power save mode, you can toggle that on and off, where the watch will basically go into a pause and preserve battery at a prescribed time, which is cool. And of course, there's a built-in tutorial where you can go into Also, the connection time, the duration with the app, you can have that time out, so you're saving battery. Just very cool stuff, very useful, excellent app. Well done, Casio. Great feature to have with this phenomenal timepiece. Again, I'll say it, use it if you want to. If you're old school and you want to go truly retro, don't use it. It's still going to be an amazing experience with this watch. Real quickly, let's take a look at the different modes. We're in main timekeeping screen. We hit the mode button, and you'll notice we have the number 1. That's our event or lap. And of course, the main time on our subdial. And this will record up to 200 events, whether it's timed events or laps or splits. Your countdown timer, again, we have our time at the subdial, and we can start and stop our countdown timer. Meanwhile, main timekeeping is occurring on that secondary dial. We'll stop and reset our timer. Let's scroll to the next screen is our dual time, and you can see we've got London that we programmed into the watch. As our dual time, our main time is up in the secondary dial there. If we hold down the D button for a few seconds, it will blink and it will swap those times. So you can swap cities if you're traveling to London, swap it and toggle it. The next window is our alarms, and we can get to our 5 alarms. And of course, our hourly signal, which we toggled that on through the app. It has already been synchronized and up to date. And it looks like 4:40 a.m. is going to be my start time tomorrow. So great features. You can definitely deep dive, menu dive, very functional and easy to navigate and very intuitive. Vintage Casio, just an awesome watch so far. I'm loving it. One more thing I wanted to point out is that third subdial at the very top. You can see at the very top, depending on what screen you're in, it does a function whether it's count down or count up. It's basically just a graphical indicator of seconds, which is pretty cool. From your main timekeeping screen, you can see we have the day, the year, and the month and the date on the secondary dial at the top there. You can toggle that with a simple press of the A button to toggle between the day and date or your number of steps. And as you can see, I've done a whopping 0. But hey, that means our built-in accelerometer is not using up any battery. See? See how smart that is? All right, there's way more features that I can get into in this one video, so let's move on to our comparisons. And the obvious one is riding on my wrist right now. That's our A168W. I'm gonna get this on a pillow and we'll start this segment now. Before we get into the specific features and elements to the watches, let's just look at the colorway of the surround at the dial. And you can just see the balance of the color with the blue, the red, the gold, how they sort of rhyme with each other, but I don't know, I kind of like the more pronounced colorway on the original, but you tell me which one you like. They both look awesome. So let's do a quick review of the specs of these two great watches and go over some of the key differences. You can see the footprint of the ABL-100 is a little bit bigger, but actually narrower on the case width. It is also slightly heavier, 60 grams or 2.1 ounces. Both are stainless bands, both have the resin chrome plating, resin glass. The backlight is going to be different. You have an LED amber light versus the classic EL blue-green light of the electroluminescent of the original. Accuracy, plus or minus 15 seconds on the ABL versus plus or minus 30 seconds. 2-year battery life versus 7-year battery life, and the significant price increase of $79.95 versus $29.95 MSRP. And that completes our quick look at some of the key differences there. Let's get back to some of our visual comparisons and let the watches do most of the talking. They both look incredible, and you can see some of the key differences. The bracelets are different. Obviously, the 3-button on our 168 versus the 4-button controls, and they both look just wonderful with the colorway. I think they're undeniable, they're iconic, and they check a lot of boxes in their own right, and I think I'm glad I own both of them, I'll say that. Let's get a little view of the top line there with that resin glass and the beautiful polish of the chrome plating. Let's see if we can align these in the right direction so you can see the button controls and the height, case thickness. A lot of character in both of these watches, I'll say that. Signed buckle clasp system. Wonderfully easy to adjust. They both look incredible. Definitely not going to be a quick video, but let's go ahead and get a light test. We got to compare that electroluminescent, that EL blue-green, to our LED amber, and I can tell you right now, That blue-green is just iconic for me. I do like that you have way more dial real estate with that larger, albeit busier dial. I also like the 3-second duration of the ABL-100, and I'm just holding down our 168 to toggle that EL light. But that blue-green is just iconic as far as I'm concerned. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get a couple more quick comparisons here. Let's get our G-Shock, our GWM 5610 Classic. This is what a 2-watch collection this is just by itself. How are these two? One of my favorite G-Shocks ever. This is just an amazing watch, and you can see how these two line up. You can check a lot of boxes with just these two watches together. Just downright awesome if you ask me. But hey, as affordable as the A168W is, get all three. Are you kidding me? Look at these. Now that's a 3-watch collection if you ask me. Have I mentioned how much I love Casio? Have I mentioned that today? These watches are so good. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your status is, how much money you have. If you own one or all of these watches, you've said 1,000 words to me right there. I know who you are. And don't take this the wrong way. I love what you're about because you, like me, know what's good. There, I said it. All right, we are running out of time. I got to get this thing on the wrist. I could talk about this watch all day, and I know I've left out many features, and we've only scratched the surface, but hopefully this gave you a good peek and insight as to what this watch is about and how it lines up with some watches you may already have. And let's go ahead and get this thing dismounted and do one last walk around, and we'll get this on the wrist and wrap up this video. Another look at that awesome case back. Let's see how this is going to look on your desk, and look how flat that rides. And it just looks like it's meant to be. Get our adjustable clasp dialed in and snapped into place and aboard the wrists. And that wonderful Jubilee accented bracelet adds a lot of character, a lot of charm to this watch. And it feels amazing. It looks as good as it feels, and it feels as good as it looks. Look at that beautiful polish. Look at the luster of that extremely interesting Jubilee bracelet. I'm so glad they did that, and rather than just slap a generic Casio stainless bracelet on there, they sort of gave you that upgrade that just adds a lot of character to the watch. And I was a little concerned about the busyness of the bracelet, that it would be a hair puller. It's not terrible. It's probably going to pull a little bit more hair than our default stainless bracelet from Casio, but very manageable in my opinion. All right, the watch rides really good on the wrist. Easy to get to the controls and to deploy and configure the watch aboard the wrist. So definitely a user-friendly, comfortable, very wearable watch. Great EDC, everyday driver in my opinion. All right, let's wrap this video up and give you a quick last-minute look at this watch. And it looks amazing. It feels amazing. And I highly recommend it. My first impression is this is way better than I thought it would be. It's a gorgeous watch. It's going to fit a lot of folks. And it's going to keep the most accurate time you can get for under $100 in my opinion. And I want to give a big shout out to Casio. They did a great job reimagining, modernizing this watch without hurting the retro vintage vibe. And there's a lot of cool things with this watch that I haven't even begun to discover, such as the step tracker. And I'm just thrilled about it and can't wait to give you an update as soon as I put this thing through its paces, pun intended. All right, well, that's what I got for this one. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching. Oh, did I mention give me a thumbs up? I'll see you next time.